Today's gospel contains a verse that really bothered me as a kid. Jesus tells his disciples, "Nothing is concealed that will not be revealed, nor secret that will not be known." Well, back in the first grade, I stole a look at some religious pictures which were in a box on the shelf near Sister Veronica's desk. Afraid that she was coming back to the classroom, I hurriedly stuffed them back in the box, crumpling them in the process. Sometime later, she found them and wanted to know how they came to be damaged. I never owned up, but for a few years lived in fear that the end of the world would come and my secret crime would be revealed. In today's text, Jesus is referring to something other than a secret crime. Rather, he's talking about the message of the good news. He wants his followers to be bold in proclaiming what he's told them in secret. And they're not to worry about the consequences of proclaiming the kingdom of God. God numbers each of the hairs on our heads and watches over every sparrow, and God will take care of us. The text must reflect some of the early Christian community's concerns about persecution, even as Jesus' words themselves were used by his opponents against him. Since those early times, persecution has been a reality for the church. Today, sadly, we've heard of believers martyred for the faith, echoing the stories I used to read about in Catholic school all those years ago. Around our world, those who profess Christ and his gospel values find their lives endangered. But we also witness, and I've seen this for myself, the courage of believers living in difficult circumstances with the threat of violence not far from the doors of their churches. Let us be in solidarity today with all our brothers and sisters throughout the world, and may they know the protection of our loving God.